Ladies and gentlemen, come on यार, हम और जोर से तालियां बजा सकते हैं. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way. I like that. All right, Shilpa. Firstly, red hot. All right. Okay, Shilpa. How did the idea come to you? You know that I should do something like that. So where did the idea come from?
A very, very good evening to everyone present. When my mom called me in the morning and she asked me if I was ready for today's event, I was actually in a daze because I didn't know how to answer that question. This really has been a dream. I've been thinking about it for the longest time. I'm so happy that it's eventually seen the light of day. And I truly believe that, there are some things in life that you can't plan. And many things are predestined. Actually, everything in life is predestined. And I know for sure that the Great Indian Diet definitely was. So I didn't plan it. I've always constantly been asked how I maintain my body and how I've lost all my pregnancy weight. And that was always a constant question. Every time I'd go to events, I'd meet people at airports. And I just thought that maybe this is one way of, answering all those questions in one shot. But I did think of writing a book a long time back, but it wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the expertise of Luke Coutinho. And he again came into my life just by chance, and I have Aksha to blame for that. She was just casually mentioning that, she's got this nutritionist on board for her son, and our children are just 6 months apart. So I was like, okay, let me meet him. And I was 32 kilos overweight after my baby. I was doing my own thing, and I met Luke. And we just got down to talking, and he started telling me about, what to do for Vian. And I actually used to maintain a log book. Talking about what my son's eating and what I've introduced, what are the new things I've done. So he laughed at me and he was like, "You don't need me, Shilpa, because you're already doing the stuff that I was going to prescribe for your son." And that's how we got down to talking. And in the process, he saw me shed, those 32 kilos after 5 months, and he was like, "What are you doing?" So at that time, I remember telling him, well, the world's running after quinoa and I'm doing it with rajma chawal. And that is what struck the chord between Luke and me. And we got down to talking we were on this long flight together, and he was showing me some research that he had done. And he's got a great repertoire, and, he's known in the whole circle of health and nutrition. And I looked at him and I was like, I really wish I could do stuff like this, because, this really is my thing. I nag my husband, I nag my family members, I nag my friends, how they can make that slight, lifestyle modification. And you come from that milieu. I really wish I had someone, who could help me do this. And he and I got together, and he actually had these, had these notes, and I had some points, and he elucidated on them, and that's how the book happened. So that is actually the answer to your question. So it was not planned, it wasn't contrived. I never thought that it would become what it's become today, but I really hope it's going in the right direction. I really hope I can make a small change in people's lives, making them healthier. And unfortunately, I really wish we're able to shift focus from weight loss and focus on gaining health. That really is what we wanted to do, and that was the intent with the Great Indian Diet. And it's so easy to do it because it's all homegrown, it's home produce. We don't need to run after imported stuff, making our diet plans expensive. Why don't we believe in what we have? You go to London today, you go to Holland and Barrett, and I feel very proud because there's extra virgin hand-pressed coconut oil, there's clarified butter, ghee, okay, on the stands, and they're so expensive. And here we have it in our country, and we don't want to focus on it. So through this book, I really hope Luke and I are able to throw light on how easy it is and how simplified we've made it if anybody wants to lose weight, if anybody wants to stay healthy, we have to stop being weight obsessed and be health obsessed.
All right, well said, yeah. क्या बात है, मुझे बहुत लोग पूछते हैं कि यार तुम शिल्पा को जानते हो, प्लीज उससे पूछना कि क्या उन्होंने बचपन में बादाम का पेड़ खा लिया था, इतनी सुंदर हैं, मैं जनरली जानता हूँ कि लड़कियां सुंदरा होती है, आप सुंदरा के साथ कुंदरा भी हैं. क्या बात है, दिस इज माइंड ब्लोइंग रियली. वेल वैसे कुंदरा से याद, अरे आप भी हैं, कैसे हैं सर, ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया, माइंड ब्लोइंग है. अच्छा, अभी हम बात कर रहे थे लुक की, एंड लेट मी टेल यू, लुक इज वन ऑफ द top 10 nutritionist in the world, so I think that calls for a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Luke. Come on, Luke. Come on, Luke. Can we have you on stage, please? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. A big hand for Luke Cudino. All right, Luke. My God. ऐसी body देख के मन करता है मैं भी ऐसी t-shirt पहनूं. I like that. So this is just because of the diet you follow, or one has to do something else also for that?
No, we don't believe in diets. I don't believe in diets.
Oh,
We
no
don't believe in
diet.
diets.
Okay, no dieting. मतलब राजमा चावल खा के भी इंसान healthy, right?
I think it's lifestyle. It's mainly lifestyle that works, not diets. The structure, smart food habits, the right amount of exercise, controlling stress levels. I think that's the most important thing, and the power of your mind. You put all of that together, and I think you can have great health.
But I think we have a problem. हम 2 दिन stress नहीं करते, हमें उस बात का stress हो जाता है, यार stress ही नहीं हो रहा यार, there's something wrong. काम खराब हुआ है, stress नहीं है. But I think yes, this is something we really need to take care of. Anything special about the book you'd like to share with everybody here?
Yeah, I think the journey with Shilpa has been amazing. It's been we travel a lot, so meeting and getting time together was the most difficult thing to do. So she would call me up from some place, I would call her up from another place. We would have an idea, work on it. And when we met, I think we're the 2 most distracted people. We would talk about 100 different things before we actually started writing. But I think over the last 2.5 years, we've put everything together. And I think the message to everyone is based on discipline, simplicity, and lifestyle. It's as simple as that.
Well, when we are talking about कि आप लोगों ने बहुत बातें की, you should discuss a lot. There's another person here जिनके साथ शिल्पा ने बहुत डिस्कस किया, and she would always talk to him. You should eat right, sleep right, all those things. And if you don't mind, can I just quickly have a chat with him? Well, that's Madhavan. Maddie. Well, Maddie, I remember, and मैंने अभी हाल ही में एक पोस्टर भी देखा of your film, साला खड़ूस. No, that's the name of the film, guys. And you have to see the transformation. And I just got to know you're a vegetarian. You don't eat, यार, come on, please tell us about this association you had. And शिल्पा ने कितना आपको stress किया उन चीजों को लेके कि ये खाओ, ऐसा खाओ. Maddie, come on, let's have you on stage. Come on, a big hand, ladies and gentlemen.
One of my dearest friends who's fed up of me because on this one, you want to tell them what I did to you, how I tortured you on a ski holiday?
Yes, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is unexpected, but I made the huge mistake of going on a holiday with Raj Kundra and Shilpa. And it was not a holiday because throughout the holiday, there would be constant reminders about how I'm not fit enough, and how I'm fat, and how I need to lose weight, and how I'm a talented actor and I'm not using my potential and everything.
This was 3
not
years
the
ago.
life out of me.
This was 3 years ago.
So that was the worst spent 5 lakhs of my life. But I think it had its effect on me, and the points were made. They are the experts here. They've written the books. I don't want to say much, but I took it upon myself to find out what this thing is all about, and I realized that there is something in India, one of the biggest saying amongst the in our culture, which says, "You are basically what you eat." And I went to a place where they told me that your health, your wealth, your success rate, the way you think, the way your attitude towards life, the way you handle stress, everything is completely related to the food you eat. And I laughed at them, and they took it upon themselves to prove themselves right. And I believe that the path that you guys are headed on is absolutely fantastic. No diet, I think, is the best way to go forward, because what could be worse than actually feeling guilty about what you eat? I was told that if you are successful, then you don't spend 15 minutes just to yourself without looking at your phone and television, and don't devote enough time to chew and eat your food, then you're not successful at all. So yeah, we've had a lot of discussions on that.
All right, thank you so much, Barry, for sharing that with us.
Thank you, Madhu.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, yeah. All right, just a simple question. Is seafood good for being healthy? Do you think it's good, seafood? Because I'm a lot into seafood. The food I see, I eat it. So, otherwise it's good, the seafood?
Yeah, it's good except for the mercury levels, you know. It's not just seafood anymore, it's even chicken, it's even vegetarian foods. There's
Yeah,
too
just
much of,
Manish, for you, I think you should
you
just
know.
see the food and leave.
No, actually, with Punjabis, there's a problem. We don't understand the mercury levels. Mercury levels for Punjabis, thermometer में mercury level है तो ऊपर जाता तो बीमार हो. But anyway, I think this book will definitely help us in that. All right, so we have the two people here with us, the very, very special people. And now we have more eminent personalities here who have specially come down for this lovely, lovely day, the great day. So I think first one to come on stage, I'd like to invite him. Very dear friend, and there's no denying that the sex appeal of this star, my God, both the girls and the boys go crazy about him, and they really want to make a body like him. You know, in fact, I'm also taking training from him. I've started training under him now, so if I have a bad body, you need to blame him. Ladies and gentlemen, his fit body definitely ups his sex quotient. One of Bollywood's hottest star, fittest actor, and fantastic dancer. Please welcome Varun Dhawan.
I feel really old because I've seen Varun as a child. And I've worked with David G. And I remember he was still studying and he was quite a plump child. And I think most people think that actors have it easy. And I was talking to Lalima, Varun's mom, and I was asking, I said, you know, what does Varun do? I mean, what's his relationship with food? Is he a foodie? Is he very disciplined? And she told me something which I have to share with you guys. It was really funny. This is how much of a foodie Varun is. They once sat down on a dinner table and asked Varun and Rohit, his brother, was sitting and discussing stuff with their mum. And they asked him, so what do you have a crush on? Who do you have a crush on? So Varun thought about it, and Rohit answered talked about his crush, and Varun said, I've thought about it, it's chicken. So his mom said, no, you know, beta, crush means something that you know, somebody you love, you can't live without, and you know, you wanna have the person in your life. He says, yeah, I thought about it, mom, it's chicken. So that's how much he loves food, and he's somebody who really loves Indian food, and he loves kalakand. Apparently, there's only one sweet Varun eats, and it's kalakand. And if with kalakand I can get those biscuits, I would be eating kalakand the whole day. So tell me, is it easy for you? What's your mantra? Varun,
First
share
of
it.
all, hello ladies and gentlemen, and thank you Shilpa for having me, and congratulations Luke, and congratulations Shilpa. And मैं अभी भी बच्चा ही हूँ, ये room में at least. But honestly, if I had to say that I've never held myself back, and I also don't believe in diets. So while growing up, whether it was having cheese or whether it was having bread or having chicken, which I'm still in love with, that was always on. I'll still go and eat what I want, because sometimes your body needs certain things, and by stopping yourself from going and having those things, I feel later on you'll put on more weight, because it's correlated with stress in some strange way. But I think the main thing is that you give yourself that 1 hour every day, just yourself, without your phone, without any technology, and you dedicate that time just to your body and to your soul. And I think it's just about self-love in a way. That's it. If you nurture yourself, if you become a better you, tomorrow you can be better to the people that you love as well. So it's a kind of a spiritual connection for me in that sense.
That's wonderful, because we actually believe that. We really believe that it's mind over body. So if you set your mind on something, there's nothing in life you can't achieve. And actually all of us here, we're here for a reason, and we've achieved what we have because we've set our mind to it. So I totally agree with you, and that's really wonderful. I hope that's encouraging enough.
I hope so. I mean, I love coming on these podiums or these platforms if I get any, because I think it's popular knowledge that my father is not the healthiest person in that way. So living or growing up in a household that way, it's very difficult to control your food habits. He's got diabetes, and I know my parents might shout at me for saying this, but I always say it publicly that maybe he is taking care, but maybe he'll get embarrassed and then he'll take more care. Because I do want my father to lose all his weight. He has a lot of fit friends like Mr. Anil Kapoor, who've also told him a million times. But my whole thing is that at least for a child, it's an emotional thing when your parents grow old, that you want them to stay with you longer, you want them to see you progress, you want them to see everything. And if in some way, I'm definitely, because my parents are so fond of you, I'm sure they're going to read your book, and I'm sure it's going to have a big effect on my household at least.
Varun, you also please read it, huh?
No, I will read it after this only, right now.
Thank you so much, Varun. Please sit
Thank
down.
you. Thank you, Manish. You're very good.
Thank you, brother Dilwale.
Body भी अच्छी लग रही है.
Thank you, brother Dilwale. देख वरुण, 2 बार बोला मैंने. तू भी बोलना मेरी फिल्म के बारे में. तेरे बिन लादेन Part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to introduce the next actor. My God, really, now I have something very special to tell you about this man. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, बहुत कम एक्टर्स होते हैं. इनफैक्ट कई एक्टर्स होते हैं जिनका टाइम जो है वो चलता ही जाता है. 37 ईयर्स तक चलता ही जाता है. कहते हैं ना, एक्टर का टाइम आता जाता है. नहीं, इनका टाइम जो है 37 ईयर्स से चलता ही जा रहा है. एंड वी आर हैप्पी फॉर दैट. A respected face of Indian cinema, a fitness freak who looks younger with every passing year. And let me tell you, Hollywood guys, they made a film called The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Now they are making another film called Curious Case of Mr. Anil Kapoor. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for the ever-dashing Anil Kapoor. Ladies and gentlemen. So please take a seat, sir.
आ जाइए सर, बैठ जाइए. एक बात मैंने सीखी है कि अगर आप वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं तो कभी अनिल कपूर के साथ वर्कआउट ना करें. बिकॉज ही I don't know where he derives his energy from. I don't know how he functions the way he does. And he is one of the most disciplined actors I have worked with, and such a wonderful human being. And we were just discussing this backstage, that it has a lot to do with mind over body, as we said before. It's about how positive you are. It's about gratitude in life, for what you have, for what you've earned. I think he possesses all those qualities, and I really think that reflects on his personality. And I couldn't have thought of a better candidate to write my foreword but Anil Kapoor, because he really lives by the philosophy of great Indian food. He doesn't believe in diets, just like all of us, and he will tell you more about it. And you know, I have to tell you this also about him. While I've been talking about stuff, some trivia from Varun's life, let me share this as well. Now, is he kicking me from underneath? I have worked with him. अनिल जी के प्लेट पे जो भी है उनको अच्छा नहीं लगता. मेरे प्लेट पे क्या है या इनके प्लेट पे क्या है उनको ज्यादा भाता है. So he is perpetually not eating his food, he's eating out of all of our plates. And then he'll suddenly say, अरे नहीं यार, मैं बहुत ज्यादा खा रहा हूँ. मैं 5 दाने इसके प्लेट से खाता हूँ, 5 दाने इसके प्लेट से खाता हूँ. But and he'll never eat his own food. So I think that's the trick. What is the secret? How are you not aging? I can't even say aging in reverse, because you're not aging.
Curious case.
This is a very curious case.
Well, good evening, all of you all. It's thank you, Shilpa, for inviting me and sharing this platform with. When you get older, of course I'm aging, and everybody knows it, and I know it. I'm not delusional about it, and I'm very much of course, with age you get a little emotional, and these days, that's the first sign of old age, that you get very sentimental. So I am very emotional at the moment, because over here I am with you, and my relationship with you and my family and my wife and everybody, and of course, and the most important thing is that today I'm in front of Amit ji, who's been my inspiration.
All our inspiration.
And I've always said that, and I still maintain it, because I feel it's the mind, and I feel the greatest mind and the most powerful mind in today, or past, present or future, is Bachchan Saab, Amit ji. It's mind. the kind of mind he has. And we all have to take inspiration from him. We have to ask him what has been his secret, the way he is, the way he has maintained himself. So I feel I'm nobody to really, I'm more excited that I learned something from him today, that how he has maintained and how he has looked and how he has performed professionally, personally, in society, all the events he goes, all the functions. He's one of our greatest examples, and so much to learn from you, sir. So for me, it is very, very simple. It's just mind, absolutely, and yeah, it's your lifestyle, as all of you all said. That's what I feel. Thank you.
That's all he had to say. Now tell us really, I mean, we're both from Chembur. So our love for food is,
I'm a good listener. I just want to listen. I want to listen to all of you all.
he's very emotional.
No,
He's very-
seriously.
He's very happy for me.
Yeah, I'm very happy for you, and I want to listen. I'm a learner. I want to learn. I want to educate myself. Every whatever you spoke, whatever Luke spoke, whatever Varun spoke, and of course, I'm looking forward to what Amitji is going to say. And I'm going to keep it and and learn from it and try to become a better person, a better human being, and keep myself fit.
इससे ज़्यादा और क्या fit होंगे आप? इससे
There's a long way to go.
My God. Yeah.
क्या बात.
See, indirectly, he's just made himself the youngest person in the room.
Yeah.
Basically, ये मेरी speech होनी चाहिए थी. And Amitji, obviously, even I want to learn from you, and I have learned a lot from you and all of you all. But you've just stolen my thunder.
नहीं बट सर अनिल सर सीरियसली जिस हिसाब से आप जा रहे हैं मुझे लग रहा है बड़ी जल्दी वो दिन आएगा कि आप वरुण धवन का यंगर ब्रदर प्ले करेंगे. जिस हिसाब से आप जा रहे हैं सर, रियली हैट्स ऑफ टू योर बिग हैंड लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन फॉर अनिल कपूर सर. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now welcoming the next. Well, this man needs no introduction, ladies and gentlemen. A legend who looks fitter than most in our generation, even today. Well, he has added new definition to fitness, inspiring all of us not only to eat right, but to imbibe a healthy and positive lifestyle change. Let me tell you, we are truly honored to have him here on this great occasion. And trust me, इनके इंट्रोडक्शन में जब मैं बोलने जाता हूँ मेरे पास वर्ड्स खत्म हो जाते हैं और इन्हीं का डायलॉग मुझे याद आता है बिकॉज वो डायलॉग जो है वो बिल्कुल परफेक्ट है. जहां हम खड़े होते हैं लाइन वहीं से शुरू होती है. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, वन एंड ओनली मिस्टर अमिताभ बच्चन.
The Great Indian Diet. I couldn't think of a greater personality to do it justice than Amitji. And he's had a great influence in my life, not just professionally but also personally. He just adds that touch of magic. I wait for him to call me every birthday and he unfailingly remembers. And I really have started to believe that every time he calls me, he kind of gives me some luck. So this day would have been incomplete without his support. And he very kindly said yes. And my heart fills with gratitude. I don't know how to thank you. So thank you so much, Amitji, for being here. I don't know what to ask you. I just think you've been a great source of inspiration for generations and generations. And like Anilji very rightly said, we all look up to you and we just continue to learn. And through all your trials and tribulations of, your health issues or whatever, you've always, come out stronger and raring to go. How do you do it? Because your life is, it's so erratic, the timings are so erratic, and you are still so busy. Your calendar is chock-a-block with appointments, and I know that for a fact because I've been in touch with Rosie. And I don't know how you do it because at my age, I am tired sometimes. But I know you are somebody who really lives by the Great Indian Diet. You love your Indian food. You love your dal, bindi, chawal, because I've seen you on those shows. So even when he's abroad, he loves Indian food. And he too, like all of us, doesn't believe in diets. So I want to hear it from you. What do you do? What is your mantra? Because we all want to know, and you have to share it with us now. We want to know what the secret is.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. One of the greatest secrets of being fit is to be repeatedly invited to launch books on diet. And I'd really like to thank the publishers and Penguin for having me here yet again. But one of the things that keeps you really very grounded is all these lovely and embarrassing compliments that keep coming your way. And I'm really thankful to all of you for saying such wonderful words. But I'm really the wrong person to be launching a book on diet because my eating habits are very dissimilar to what any of you are following. I just eat whatever comes to me. I don't know what it is. I think when Anil and me were just having a little chat backstage, he said, you know, it's probably due to our parents, and I think genes have a lot to do with that. So I guess some people are born with good genes, and we need to be fortunate that we have had parents that have been able to give us their genes. But yes, I'm a bad eater, and I'm sure that when you will call home, you will find that the answer is the same. I don't follow any routine. Yes, I actually started going to the gym just about 5 or 6 years back. I never used to do any kind of exercises. Most of the time when I was working in my earlier films, I never really thought about it, or I wasn't advised about it, or I just perhaps didn't have the time. But having seen some of my visuals in some of my films about 5 or 6 years ago, I realized that I needed to be in shape and started going to the gym on some kind of a regular basis. But food has never been following any routine. I hope that I can pick up some of the elements from your book and practice them, because I'm sure that they'll be greatly helpful to me.
I'm sure you're already doing those things, because it's not possible, it's not humanly possible to be the way you are. And like you rightly said, you like home cooked food, and you don't like ready-made foods and preservative-laden foods, which I think you're already doing. So that's all we're saying through the Great Indian Diet. So you don't need to be taught anything, or you don't need to learn anything. You're beyond all of this, Amilji. But no, I really want to say a big thank you to all these great personalities who were just a phone call away from me, but very kindly agreed to come and grace the occasion. My friends here who very sweetly supported me, unflinchingly, always, shown me so much love. Penguin and Random House, who've been the best. Millie, I love you. My parents, who have inculcated, as you said, the right eating habits and the right values. My sister, who actually taught me the difference between carbs and proteins, really. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who have come out here, the media, the press, and Manish, thank you so much. I owe you big time.
My pleasure.
Sorry, and before we end the evening, actually I had something I wanted to say, but I got a little nervous in the beginning, but I'll say it now. Is that, Shilpa, and I can say this because I've never had the pleasure of working with you, so I've seen you more like a fan or like an audience, like most of, we all have, like how we all have. That ever since you first time came on screen, correct me if I'm wrong, but that song you did with Prabhu sir, you did one song with him. I remember,
Mr. Romeo.
Yeah, so I remember watching that recently. Till now, I think you're still in the same shape, and that is honestly very commendable. You still look the same, you still have the same glow on your face.
I'm in better shape.
You're in better shape, okay? She's in better shape now thanks to the diet she's following.
Kapoor's,
She has sounded like me now.
yeah, I sounded like him.
She's in better shape since then, and just as a person, I think we all will buy this book only for you and read it only for you.
Thank you, Varun. That means so much to me. Good God. Manish.
Well, I think now हमने बहुत अच्छी यहाँ पे बातें कर ली हैं. Now I think is the time we all have been waiting for,
Yes.
to unveil the book. So I think we would want everybody, let's join and let's unveil the book.